Welcome to the Enable Growth channel.
Hello. A few weeks ago, I shared a video on the role of social media in political campaigning, and that video generated a lot of conversation. Then I got an email from a political strategist for one of the parties in Ghana who wanted to discuss one of the issues that I raised further, and I thought I would share some lessons from our conversation together. As some of you might know, Ghana is preparing for another round of parliamentary and presidential election in 2024. So there are already primaries running now. Now, in that video, I talked about how significant the role of social media was, especially in election 2020 in Ghana, because that was in the middle of the COVID, and there were lockdowns, and people could not go out to participate in the traditional political rallies that our campaigning is known for. So the question this gentleman called and asked me was, post-COVID, is the role of social media going to reduce? Are we going to go back to the old way of campaigning? Should they still invest a lot of money in creating the online presence of the candidates that they were running, whose campaign they were running, and questions like that? So the first thing I said to him was that the electorate, and in fact most of us, some of the habits that we acquired during COVID are going to continue. We're going to continue behaving the same ways even post-COVID. And that includes our use of online for research and for engagement, for discovery and for engagement, okay? And also the fact that you would find that in 2024, for example, when Ghana is going to go to the polls, the generation that you want to target to be able to win in this election are Gen Z and also millennials. And most of these people you will find are probably even going to be voting for the first time. Yeah. So it's critical that you are able to reach this generation, because this generation is the generation that really flips the elections. If you're going to win, you need to be able to win a big chunk of the undecided block. And the undecided block are normally the Gen Zs and millennials. Okay. Interestingly, the digital landscape of Ghana and in most countries will show that Gen Zs and millennials spend a lot of time online. Okay. In fact, I said in that video, let me repeat it. Gen Zs are not going to come to your political rally. They haven't got the time, and they won't tolerate you expecting them to come and stand there, wait for hours for you to come and climb up and give a speech and then run away. No, they won't do that. They rather expect you to have a significant online presence so they can find you. And when they find you, they expect you to be available to engage them, to tell them about your campaign, to tell them why they should vote for you. Okay, so that's what I said there. So post 2020, we're going to see the same trends. People are still going to go online to research about candidates, research about parties, find out about what the candidates stand for, what they are offering, and things like that. So here are 5 lessons for any politician that wants to be able to still be relevant and win in 2024 and beyond. The first thing I'll say is build an active and significant online presence. Okay, numbers count. So you need to grow a huge online presence across your platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all these places. The more people you have, yes, the organic reach is, rate is very low, but the more people you have, the more people you can reach. So that's very, very important. Create a strong and huge online presence and make it significant, meaning that the content that is there, the look and feel and everything should be searched out. When people come, they will find it interesting, they will find it engaging, they will find content that they want to spend some time digesting, so they will keep coming back for that content. Okay, And then tell your story and share your vision with engaging and compelling online content. This is very, very important. There's something I often tell politicians, that build a content hub. Okay, build a content hub. This is where you have a team, whether they're on the road or they're in a room, an office somewhere, a team that is dedicated to churning out content. So while you're on the road, they are capturing videos, they are capturing audio, they are even taking excerpts from your manifesto, the print copy or whatever, and packaging them in formats that can be distributed and repurposed for online. Okay, so you need to have content, a content hub, and make the content that you share relevant. I'm sure you've all heard it before that content is king. I often say that content is only king in terms of quality, not in terms of quantity. So make your content relevant, make it engaging, make it disruptive, all the things I'm sure you've heard me say before. But you need to have a content strategy and make your content compelling so people want to hear more from you. The next one I'll say is that engage your audience with online tools that are available. Before COVID, very few people knew about Zoom, and very people knew about even Twitter Spaces. Okay, today Twitter Spaces is huge across the world, and Twitter Spaces, I call it the public square, where everybody comes and everybody has a voice. They engage, they can speak. So leverage tools like this to have conversations with your people. It's like your town hall. In the States, they have town halls where people, the politicians, will go engaging with small groups of people, 50, 60, just very intimate, have conversations with them. You don't go to speak to them necessarily. You go to listen to them, take their questions, answer their questions, and tell them why they need to vote for you. And you can leverage tools like Twitter Spaces to do this. You need to do that. The next one I'll say is that use online tools to listen, monitor, measure, and optimize your online presence and performance on your platforms. Very, very important. The beautiful thing about technology and about digital today is that everything you do online is measurable, and there's data. There's analytics to be able to see how well your content is performing, how well you're doing online. Now leverage this data to be able to optimize and improve your performance. Very, very important. While you listen also and you monitor, you'll be able to tell the public sentiments about you. Election is also about popularity, and you'll be able to tell public sentiments about you. You'll also be able to sniff potential issues soon enough and early enough to be able to deal with them, or be able to know the trend and be able to anticipate potential pitfalls and have a plan to either avoid them or have a plan so that when they do happen, you'll be able to respond to them promptly. Okay, don't be ambushed. Give yourself the chance to know everything that's going on about your candidate and about your campaign. And the last one I'll say is that political campaigning is about money, and leverage digital tools to raise funds. Yes, big politicians, business people will give you money, but we often say this: people always want to have a skin in the game. Now, whether it's 5 cities, as we say it in Ghana, 10 cities, or even 2 cities that somebody wants to contribute to you, that's their stake in the game. That's what makes them feel that they need to do everything to make sure you win, so they can go back and say, I had a stake in this. Leverage online tools, including money transfer platforms, to be able to raise funds to run your campaign. People also don't like it, especially the Gen Zs and the millennials who are going to be critical in this election. They don't like it when you go for big money from business people. Okay, so leverage these tools to be able to raise money from everybody that likes your campaign. No matter how small they want the amount is, be willing and make it possible for people to donate to your campaign. Thank you very much. I hope these lessons help. Let's see you on the campaign. If you need any help, just holler at your boy and I'll be there for you. Thank you.